Yeah.
Okay, so as you know, we know you're a basketball coach, and the question that's really is wandering our minds is, what is leadership to you? What do you show your kids to strive for during their sports in season?
Right. I think leadership to me is getting people to do even more than they thought they could do. And I think the way you go about that is, one, you gotta build a chemistry where there's trust, where everybody knows they can depend on one another, where it's not a competitive thing where you're worried that you took 5 shots and you only got 2 shots, or she got to start and you didn't get to start. To get a team and to be a true leader, you need to get people to be selfless. And I think one of the best things I've seen description of leadership is, or putting the team first, is what may not be best for me, but it's best for our team. And when you can get a group to buy into that and do that, that's when you get special teams, but that also makes special employees later in life. It makes special husbands, it makes special wives, because it's not about them, and that's that whole servant leadership, servant mentality, not about me, but about everybody else. That's what great leaders, I think, are able to do.
And more than likely, dedication goes along with it. I mean,
you have to be dependable. I have to know I can count on you, that on Friday and Saturday night that you're not out drinking or smoking or doing things you shouldn't do. And you have to be willing to be committed to achieve great things. You can't do what everybody else does. Because if you want to be average, then you're going to win half your games. And if you're going to make half the right decisions, and it's not just about winning and losing either. I think so often there's teams that win a lot of games that don't necessarily have good people on it or good leaders. They're very talented and they're successful. Could they be even better? I would say probably. But, and there's also some very good teams that win 8 games out of 21 basketball games. It doesn't mean they're not a good team. They didn't win games. So you gotta be careful. Do you base success strictly on wins and losses? Because that's not always what matters. The memories you have with your teammates and the things that go on, the life lessons you learn, that's what's truly important about high school athletics.
Now that your dad's gone, do you see what he was trying to accomplish still going out for the school, like students carrying it on throughout generations?
Yeah, and that's something we still continue to talk about doing, not just say, Ed Thomas wanted to do this, but we try to make it about who we are. And I think if you go to most schools, I know if I went to Waverly Shell Rock, the same things we want to do here and that my dad wanted to do are the same things that your teachers and administrators want to happen in your building. It's taking pride in what you do, it's caring for one another, it's giving our best effort in everything we do. And I think just keeping that at the forefront, talking about it, making sure students know the expectation is how you continue that. So I don't think any of that's changed, because the same thing he valued, I valued, and I was a high school principal. That's my goal, my mission, is to make sure that stays that way.
So how are, not fulfilling your dad's role, but what things did you take from your dad to how you're applying it to your students today?
Took a lot of things, like I said, probably relationships, respect, and being held accountable. I think every person wants to be held accountable, every person wants to get better. And it's our jobs to provide feedback, either positively or negatively, but it's how you do that. I think one of the things I took from my dad, he was really good at, he yelled a lot coaching football, but by the end of the day, he always got back to the